Okay, so this video is to add very important details to your hip flexor stretches. So whether you're doing these stretches knowing that you need to prevent some low back pain from happening, or you're already experiencing low back pain, one of your goals here should be to kind of undo this anterior pelvic tilt, this forward kind of lean of the hips and excessive arch that so many of us get into. So notice if I'm set up here to stretch my hip flexors out, I'm not yet pushing forward. The goal here is then to tuck the hip under and get these hip flexors to get longer. That's the whole point of this stretch. So if I simply get in my normal posture and I press forward, I'm going to be missing my psoas, which is a major piece of that chain of hip flexors. So what I want to do rather is stay very vertical, be very picky with yourself, and undo kind of any curve in my spine and really almost tuck and hide my butt under my hips. So I'm squeezing the glutes, I'm rotating the hips, I'm trying to get the front edge of my hip up, the back end of the hip down, and this is the position that you want to stretch and hold. So now we're hanging out there for 30 plus seconds. And then a step 2 to this, again, before I press forward, is I now want to internally rotate my femur. So my thigh bone here is going to rotate in. And the way I do that, I take my back foot and I'm going to kick it out. Okay, so you get that out as far as you can, and that's naturally going to now rotate my femur in. And now when I tuck under, I'm able to grab different fibers of my hip flexors, maybe some iliacus, whatever I'm gonna get, whatever's tight. So think of this as a 2-part stretch before you ever lunge in to continue the stretch.